Hi, welcome to my channel, and I just wanted to share 5 things that we had cut out from our budget to save us tons of money every month. So the first thing was cable. Cable for us was a no-brainer. We found that we were only watching TV pretty much only on the weekends, just because we were hardly ever home during the week, and when we were home, we only allowed our kids to watch. We don't allow our kids to watch TV during Monday through Friday Monday through Thursday because of school. And so we completely cut off cable because there was no need for it. So again, that was a no-brainer for us. We're spending about $130 a month for the bundle package, and that's where you had the landline, the internet service, and cable. And it was like a bundle that you had to get together with our provider at the time. And so we were searching online and looking for just providers that offered just internet, and we found one. And so we canceled with our previous provider, and we found our new one. And so we were only paying $54 a month for just internet, and that's all we needed anyways, because we would use Netflix. We still use Netflix, and that at the time it was only $11, and now it is $13. But to us, that's well worth it, because we noticed our kids were really only watching Netflix on the weekends anyway, and me and my husband were only streaming movies on the weekends, and so that alone has saved us so much money. So we only do Netflix. That's our cable, I guess you can say. And then we have our internet as well. So the second thing that we have cut out, and I should say the second thing that we cut out from the beginning, was our gym membership. That was also a thing that we had to cut out because it was an extra expense that our income wasn't able to cover. And at the beginning, it was a huge hit for both. Well, more so for me than my husband, because he was hardly ever really using it. And I found it hard because that was my outlet. That was like my me time. I love being a mom, love being a wife, but I needed that me time to go work out and just kind of have my own space and do something for me for an hour. And so that was a huge hit for me personally, but I was willing to do that sacrifice at the beginning to cut it. And that saved us $57 a month, because both me and my husband had gym membership, and also we were paying for kid care at the gym. So we have it now because we're so close to paying off our debt that I re-enrolled myself. Not my husband, but I re-enrolled myself, and that's just something for me that I need. So that was the second thing that we cut out from our budget to help save money. Our third thing was subscriptions. You'd be surprised how many subscriptions people have just by going through your budget and looking at your bank statements and going through every single line and finding a $5 subscription here or a $10 subscription here. And it was all those trial-based subscriptions. That's like 14-day trial. You try this for 14 days or try free trial for 30 days. And then after, they'll keep charging you. Those little tiny subscriptions added up, and we never even noticed for about a year. We didn't even notice that they were coming out, because to us, they were so minimal, and how mindless we were to just things coming out of our account. Now we watch every single dollar, but at the time, those little amounts were just sneakingly coming out of our accounts. So subscriptions, for example, a subscription that we found was Microsoft, and I think that was like $34 a year. But we found that we weren't even using Microsoft because Google Docs, Google Excel, they have all these like document spreadsheets that you can use for free. So we cut out Microsoft completely, canceled that membership. Also Prime memberships like Amazon Prime. That was another one that we had to cancel because we weren't even using that. I now use a coworker's account, and so I get my deliveries and stuff for free. So she just lets me log into her account. And so those also saved us a lot of money. It was just going through your bank statement and finding those little like $5 transaction here, $10 transaction subscription here, canceling those. Those helped us. Another thing, so step number 4 that we cut from, I wouldn't necessarily say cut. I would say we significantly reduced, because we didn't cut this out completely, but we significantly reduced our eating out. At the beginning, we did do that. We completely cut out eating out and entertainment altogether, and we felt so deprived that we went like for 2 months. We didn't spend any money on eating out and or entertainment or nothing. And so, like at the end of those 2 months, or at the end of each month of those 2 months, we were like, man, we did so good, and we deserve, we did so good. We didn't spend anything this whole month, that we deserve to go out and celebrate. And so we would go crazy. I mean, buck wild crazy. Like, we didn't have a budget, and it was like we were just going back to the way things were, like as if we had a set budget every week. So we noticed, for us, being realistic with our budget, we had to set a budget for eating out and entertainment. And this is not for everyone, but for us, it works. And it made us not feel so deprived going through our debt-free journey. So we set a budget for our eating out and our eating out / entertainment. That's all together. And we set a $40 budget, cash budget. And that's something we do where we feel comfortable about doing that amount. And for some, you guys might think that's a lot going through your debt-free journey, but every debt-free journey, no budget, no two budgets are the same, because everyone makes different incomes and everyone has different expenses. So for us, that's what worked, was being realistic with our budget and knowing that we had to have a little something every week to kind of just hold us over and make us feel like, okay, we can continue to do this. We're not completely depriving ourselves from things that we enjoy. And $40 for a family of 6, that's really not that much anyways, because you really have to find deals, coupons, and deals if you want to do entertainment. If like the kids want to go swimming, we have to find deals or discounts for that. Or if the kids want to go watch movies, we pick movies that are matinee, and then we have like bring in treats from outside. Or if the kids, just whatever activity the kids want to do that week, we have to be very mindful of what that activity is, and we have to be creative with that activity, because that also includes us eating out. And for me also is that I like to not cook one day out of the whole week, because I do cook 6 days out of the week. So that one day out of the week also keeps me saying, like, okay, I can keep doing this. And for someone who never liked cooking at all, that is like a huge deal, because I went from not cooking at all to us eating out almost 4 times a week to now eating out 6 days. I mean, eating at home and cooking at home 6 days out of the 7 days a week. So for me, that's a huge accomplishment from where we used to be. And so for us, again, we didn't cut this out. So step 4, we did not cut out eating out, but we did significantly reduce the amount of what we were spending on eating out and entertainment. And how we cut that is we set a budget that we were both comfortable, like I said, $40 a week, and we pulled out cash. And so that has helped us a lot. That brings me to step number 5, which we no longer use debit cards. We only use our debit cards for online payments, for bills that we need to pay online. Even tithe, we tithe monthly, and that comes out of our account. But everything else is cash. And so that has helped us huge. We just started doing this in the past 6 months of doing cash envelopes. And that alone has helped us so much, because there's an emotional attachment that you have with green paper money, as opposed to plastic that you hand over, whether it's a debit card or a credit card. You don't have that emotional attachment that you do with cash. And so for us, pulling out that $40 a week for our entertainment, we were very sure that we wanted to make, whatever activity we chose or wherever we decided to eat out that week, we made sure that it was what we wanted and wasn't just, let's just go grab a pizza or whatever. We wanted to make sure that that was worth spending the $40 for a family of 6. That was a huge deal. Again, back to step number 5, we no longer use our debit cards, only for online transactions. Now, grocery shopping, gas, food, entertainment, and miscellaneous things like birthdays, anniversaries, any kind of event, we pull out cash for that. We put it in our budget. We pull out cash for it. The benefits of cash envelopes are huge. Like I said, the emotional attachment that you have with cash when you make a transaction, and Dave Ramsey talks about this, where you walk into a store and you say buy some shoes and you hand over to the cashier your plastic card, you don't have an emotional attachment to that card because you know you're going to get that card back and you're going to get the shoes. So in your mind, you're kind of thinking, well, I got the shoes plus I got my money back. And so there's no emotional attachment to that. Whereas when you have cash, you hand over a $50 bill and they only give you $5 back. That's a huge difference. And so your mind, it's an emotional spending and an emotional attachment that you have with cash. Also with cash envelopes, and I'll make a whole nother video on just cash envelopes because this is how much I love and endorse cash envelopes. But you have a set amount with cash envelopes. It's set clear, cut and clear that this is how much you have, especially for our groceries, for example. We pull out $100 for our groceries every week, and that's all I have. For a family of 6, that's all I get to spend. And once that money's done, it's done. I don't get to I don't get to borrow from my gas envelope or whatever to cash flow that expense. I have to make dang sure that I have, like, whatever I put on my shopping list, that it's under the $100. So that means I'm, looking through ads. Again, that's a whole nother video, and I can talk about that longer, but I don't want to make this video super long. But that's just, like I said, I'll go back and I'll make a separate video of cash envelopes. But this video, like I said, the 5 things that we cut out was cable, gym membership, subscriptions, we reduced the amount of eating out, and we no longer use our debit cards for even purchases of clothing or food or anything really that we would need to use. We no longer use our debit card. We use our cash. So those are our 5 things of what we do to save money, and that has saved us so much money and during our debt-free journey. And hopefully that helps. Those tips help you on your journey. And if you're thinking about the whole reason why I'm even doing these videos is for people that are on the fence of starting a budget or even starting a debt-free journey. You can do it, and I feel like anyone, if we can do it, you can do it. And really, it's just getting the guidance from other people. I wish I had this kind of guidance when me and my husband were first going through these steps of, okay, these are things you can do to save money right away. So anyways, I hope these helped you, and if you want to see more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See ya.